In today's video, I'm going to be discussing and giving the details of a place you can get super cheap generic prescriptions. That's the focus of the video. Let's get into it and talk through the details. Now, first off, quick question. When you go to your local pharmacy to pick up your prescriptions, are they generally very cheap or very expensive? Now, yes, I do recognize most people do have insurance that pays for the bulk of the prescription, maybe with the exception of a small copay. But if you are a cash payer, you know that they can be very, very expensive. In fact, it is not heard of to have people out there who spend hundreds of dollars every single month on their prescriptions, and that's a sad situation. However, in this video right here, I want to share with you a place that you can get very, very, very cheap generic prescriptions, and I'm going to break it all down for you here in this video. Now, I also want to point out really quickly here, this is just for generic prescriptions, mostly the most popular of them, okay? There's tons of medications out there, and there's a generic for a lot of them. Now, there are some medications that do not have a generic available, but in most cases, I'm going to say this much. If there is a generic available, you're most likely getting that from your pharmacy right now anyway, okay? Now, that is not the case for everybody, and obviously, this is not medical advice in any way, shape, or form. I don't know your exact situation, but I did work in a pharmacy for a few years, and I saw how this whole situation plays out. Most people that walk in with a prescription from their doctor, they generally get the generics, okay? Unless it is specified by the doctor, this patient must get the name brand. Unless that happens and the insurance goes forward and pays for it, which again, that is another struggle in and of itself, most of the time, like every single time, the generic is dispensed to that patient, okay? It's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever, okay? In fact, let me give you just a quick example, okay? A lot of times when we think about generics, we're like, oh no, I'm not taking the generic. It doesn't matter. It's just the name of the prescription, okay? That's all it is. The name of the actual drug that you're actually taking, okay? So like the prescription item, okay? So it doesn't really matter. We all take generics. It's not really a big deal, okay? Think of it this way, like Tylenol. Do you really buy Tylenol or do you buy acetaminophen? It's the same thing, okay? I'm not sure about you, but we buy the generic acetaminophen. It's literally the exact same thing. It's just, it's way cheaper, right, than buying the brand name. Let me give you a couple other examples that you might be familiar with at your pharmacy. Lipitor. That's a very, very popular one, right? When I worked in the pharmacy every day, everybody gets a little Lipitor, right? It's super funny. I mean, seriously, like everybody gets it. My point is, it's very, very popular, but that's the brand name, okay? If you were to go out and buy brand name Lipitor, hundreds of dollars, very, very expensive. But if you were to get the generic atorvastatin, it's not that much. It's pretty inexpensive, right? But it still can be very, very expensive. For some people, in some instances, the generics can still be very expensive, okay? Let me give you a couple other examples here, okay? Let's just say Zoloft, for example, okay? Zoloft, again, the brand name, but if you were to get the generic, sertraline, again, very inexpensive, right? It's not all that much, but that's the situation that I wanted to point out for you really quickly, which is the brand names can be very expensive. The generics generally are not all that much. Here's another very popular one that I'm sure you probably heard of and maybe taken at some point. I know a lot of people take this one as well, right? Lasix, right? That's the brand name. Lasix. Give me some Lasix, everybody. But the generic is furosemide. Do you take the brand name Lasix or do you take furosemide? I'm guessing you probably take the generic because virtually every single person does, okay? So my point is, there's nothing wrong with generics whatsoever. A lot of people take them and nothing wrong with it whatsoever. However, this is what this place focuses on, okay? They focus on the most popular of the generics that are out there and they offer them very, very inexpensively. In fact, I can tell you a personal story, okay? My mom, okay? My mom is watching this video. Hey, Mom, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. But anyway, seriously, this is a real story, okay? Yeah, Mom, don't share your details in the comments section, okay? I tell her this all the time. Don't share your details, okay? Anyway, long story short, my mom has this prescription. She does not have insurance at the moment, okay? I was talking to her the other day, and I was like, hey, you know, like, what's the deal or whatever? And she's like, it's super expensive. I don't want to buy it, right? Hundreds of dollars a month for this stuff, okay? And I was like, I think I can figure this out for you. Just give me a minute, okay? So anyway, long story short, I went out and I checked on this one place I'm going to talk about here in this video, and she was being quoted hundreds of dollars for a 90-day supply of this one prescription, okay? It's the generic of Celebrex. Okay, sorry, Mom. I just shared your medical details with the world. Okay, sorry, Mom. I'm sure it's not that big of a deal. Okay, but anyway, so that's what it is. Okay, so this was being quoted as hundreds of dollars from the local pharmacy, and she's just like, I just don't want to pay this. I can't pay this right now. Okay, and I was like, generics are super cheap. We should be able to figure this one out. Okay, and that's by the way the generic of that prescription. Okay. Anyway, I went to this website. I checked it out, and they were quoting, guess what? $9.50 for a 90-day supply of exactly what she needs. And she was being quoted hundreds of dollars for the exact same thing from a local pharmacy. Okay? Not bad. So major savings. Okay? A savings of like, what is that? $300? You know, just under $300 was the savings on this for a 90-day supply. Okay? Massive savings here. Okay? All right. So with that being said, let me share with you the details of this website. It is called costplusdrugs.com. Again, costplusdrugs.com. I will link it down below in the description, and you can check it out there, okay? Which, by the way, no, this video is not being sponsored. Cost Plus Drugs is not giving me a penny to make this video. I wish they were, but they're not. Why do I wish they were? Because it's good old Mark Cuban. I mean, seriously, who doesn't love a little Mark Cuban, right? He's awesome, by the way. Look him up if you don't believe me. Super cool guy. I really like Mark Cuban. But again, that's the only reason I wish they were giving me some money to do this, because I like Mark Cuban, and I would love for a billionaire to give me some money. That'd be super cool, right? But anyway, he's not, okay? Nobody's paying me to make this video. I'm making this video because I want to help you out, okay? Seriously, you can save a lot of money, and my mom was like super relieved like this. Like, wow, seriously? When I called her, I literally did the research on this. I sent her a screenshot. I texted her a screenshot, and I called her, and I was like, hey, how much do you think a 90-day supply of this stuff is for you on this little place I found? She's like, 90, I think she guessed $90. I think that was her guess. I was like, how about $9.50? And she's like, what? How can they do that? I was just like, seriously, they push a ton of product. That's why. That's how they can do this. So anyway, couple parameters you need to know about this, okay? So again, the website is Cost Plus Drugs, so costplusdrugs.com, okay? That is the website, okay? So anyway, they specialize in very popular generics, okay? So like the generics of all the popular things out there, there's tons of them. There's seriously tons of them, okay? But anyway, here's the parameters about this. It's only cash pay. But wait, they're not going to take my insurance? No, they're not going to take your insurance. Why? Because your insurance is probably more expensive than paying cash for it anyway, okay? I'm just saying, okay? That is currently how it is set up right now. So that is how this whole thing works, okay? In some instances, believe it or not, and again, I saw this all the time in the pharmacy. And again, it was things that we did when I worked in the pharmacy. We saw this time and time again. We run a prescription through the computer. It comes back with a $10 or $20 or $50 copay. And guess what? If we ran it through as a cash pay, for the person just to pay for the generic by cash, it was like $4 or $6. We saw this all the time when I was there, okay? So my point is, even though it runs through your insurance, it may not be the cheapest way you can get it. Guaranteed, okay? I saw this all the time in the pharmacy, okay? But anyway, so Cost Plus Drugs, they do not work with insurance providers. It's only cash pay, okay? But you can probably get it way cheaper, okay? So if you simply go on the website, you can click around, which by the way, I don't know, maybe it's not up on the screen now, but I asked my wife, Corey, to go on the website and make a little screen record of her kind of clicking around on the website as I make this video. So hopefully that's showing on the screen right now. But anyway, you should see a little something on your screen showing right now. Maybe it's been playing for a while. I don't know. I asked my wife to do it. Hopefully it's on the screen for you. But anyway, my point is, when you go to this website, you can see right on there, it'll give you a bunch of different quotes like, hey, here's some popular prescriptions. Here's the general price of what it usually is, and here's our price, and it's usually very, very low, okay? So anyway, it's by mail, right? So it's a mail order thing where you have to go through a couple steps. Don't get me wrong, it's going to take a little bit of time to get this whole thing set up. You have to, send out this form to your doctor. They have to send it in and all kinds of stuff like this. It's a little bit of a struggle to get it going, but once you do, you're going to save a ton of money on this, and especially if you are somebody that has no insurance, if you are a cash person and you do not have prescription coverage, you definitely want to take this one out, okay? Reason being is you're going to save yourself a ton of money, okay? Provided the prescriptions and the items that you need are actually provided by Cost Plus Drugs. They do not have everything, okay? I'm making that very clear right now. They do not have everything available, but there's a lot of different prescriptions that are available there, and you'll be very, very happy with the savings that you get. just check out the website. The best thing I can say is check out the website, costplusdrugs.com, and just click around. Check out the prescriptions that you have. Search the ones. They have a search bar right on there. That's all I did. I literally went on the website. I clicked on the button that said something like, show us all of your drugs or something like that. I don't know. It's something like that. I clicked on the button. I typed in the name of the prescription item my mom needed, and it gave me a quote. It said, what do you need? Capsules? I said, yep, I need this milligram of capsule. I need this day's 90-day supply. I need whatever of this. And it said, yep, your quote is $9.50. I was like, bingo, you got my business. You know what I mean? It's just like super cool stuff. So anyway, I know I'm making a big deal about this because this has been life-changing for my mom. My mom, seriously, mom, good old mom, right? She is taking advantage of this thing right here, and she's getting something that she literally stopped taking because of the cost. It was too expensive. She wasn't able to swing it, didn't want to swing it. The hundreds of dollars they were asking for from the local pharmacy, she said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and not take this because, you know, I don't want to do that. It's just way too much to spend right now, okay? And we found this here for her, and super cheap, a couple bucks. Anybody can swing $9.50. Now, that is just the quote on this one particular prescription that I'm talking about, okay? And again, by the way, I'm not discounting $9. I'm not saying that. I'm just simply saying, if you're quoted $300 from your local pharmacy and you come back and get it for $10 at this pharmacy here online, you're going to be pretty happy, right? So anyway, I hope this helps you. Again, feel free to check it out. And again, to reiterate, no, this video is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. I'm sure I'm going to see somebody yelling at me down below in the comment section saying, you're getting paid to say this. No, I'm not. Here's the thing. If I was getting paid to say this, I'd be proud to say it. You know why? Because Mark Cuban, the billionaire, would be paying me. And I'd be super proud to say that I'm getting money from a billionaire. I'd be super proud about that. And by the way, I'm a huge fan of Mark Cuban. I like the guy. Super cool guy. I really, really like Mark Cuban. So if he were paying me to say this, I'd be saying it loud and proud right now. Seriously, I'd be telling you, okay? But I'm not, okay? Just making that very clear. Anyway, check out the website if you'd like to. Again, I have it linked down below if you want. But just go in there and shop around. You'll be shocked if you are getting some generics right now. Very popular generics, like I said. Good old Lipitor, the generic there. Some furosemide, some things like this. Again, there's tons of them out there. I could sit here and name off hundreds of different prescription items. But just check it out. You'll be surprised. And if not, that's fine. You don't need to do it, okay? No pressure. But again, this will help out some people. I guarantee it. Helped out my mom. Anyway, hope this one helps you. Again, as always, please subscribe down below. Totally free to do so. Share the video with your friends on social media. This is very important as well. Share this one. There's a ton of people out there that don't know about this. In fact, when I called my mom, I was like, hey, have you heard of Cost Plus Drugs? And she's like, no. I said, have you heard of Mark Cuban? Yeah, of course I know Mark Cuban. Well, there you go. It's his website. He is the guy behind this. He's the major player behind this one, okay? So can you trust Mark Cuban? Well, some people don't like him because he's a billionaire. I'm going to say this much. I'm sure you can trust Mark Cuban, okay? Pretty ethical guy. I mean, seriously, look him up. He's got his stuff going on, okay? Anyway, I'm a huge fan. If you haven't figured it out yet, I'm a huge fan of Mark Cuban. I like the guy massively. So, hey, Mark, if you're watching this video, that'd be super awesome. I hope you are. Anyway, I highly doubt he is, but it'd be really cool if he was. Anyway, again, share this video with your friends on social media. I guarantee you somebody will find value with this. Somebody that has never heard of this will find it and feel like, wow, I just hit a jackpot. I just got a huge, massive savings here, and this is life-changing for me. So anyway, enjoy your day. Check out some of the other videos here on the channel, including those I've linked for you down below in the description or the top of the comment section. I've hand-selected those for you. Otherwise, in the video library, or check out the videos on your screen right now. Enjoy your day. Take care. Have a good one, and I'll catch you again later in the